What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. My Hero Academia Season 6, Episode 2. Uh, in my opinion, one of the stronger starts to a My Hero season. They usually always hit us with like an episode and a half or 2 episodes worth of like recap and introducing you to every character again and their quirk. They kind of did here a little bit with pretty much putting every possible character we've been introduced to on screen last episode, I think, except for All Might himself. Um, but they got right after it. The heroes are trying to get on top of this liberation front. And they got this like sting operation going on. I'm curious if there's going to do they gain anything out of this? Is this something that Shigaraki and his group saw coming? So all this is going to be for naught, like they're not going to get anything. Maybe all these end up being twice clones, and they basically put all their cards on the table and don't gain anything at all? Or do they actually get a jump on them and get something here of value? We know that they're not going to squash the entire operation because then we don't have shit for a season. So something's going to fail here, or maybe they win here, but then the villains win at another point. So we'll see what happens. Left off last episode. What was her name? Ola... Girl Bugs Bunny, She-Hulk. She's busting in there on the Doctor and Johnny. Again, I don't even know if this is the real Doctor twice and what he's able to do. I wouldn't even put the real... I mean, the real ones have to be somewhere. But in any possible point they could get infiltrated or something, I just wouldn't have them out there. So we'll see. We'll try chopping this up here as best we can. Shockingly, usually when a new season comes out of any anime or any show, like the YouTube algorithm at least, or the whatever they use, doesn't have time to like, it hasn't caught up to like the new songs and voice lines and things yet. So you can get away with kind of leaving some tracks in when the seasons like brand new come out. As opposed if you were to like watch My Hero Season 1. But for some reason My Hero is like on top of it. They don't play that game. So we got a lot of copyright claims for last video. If you see extended long silences, just know that they just weren't having it. But let's go ahead and do it. Pressing play right now. Johnny's dead. Johnny has a teleportation quirk or warp gate quirk of some kind. She's destroying all this. And can these Nomus regen? Because isn't that like their next evolution here? Like they've just been regenning like crazy. Can we make sure to punch the Doctor a couple times just to make sure like it's the real? Just to make sure he doesn't turn into mud? Can we make sure it's actually him? You need to hit him. Yeah, you gotta kick him once or twice. Mirko, then oh wow. They're giving her the episode title? Please don't tell me the girl dies here. Please one-shot this man. Please one-shot. Mr. Number 1 hero. So she's number 5. Edge shot is 3, right? Hawks is 2? I think. I don't know, I can't remember the rankings off the top of my head. But I'm pretty sure Edge shot, Hawk, Mirko, Endeavor. Who's the 4th one in the top 5? I can't remember. I'd have to see them on screen. I think you let Endeavor stay behind because he'll just wipe. Or that would be so dope. I mean, if he's a sidekick with any top 5 hero, it's a wrap. Unless they have like a Nomu just overall strength that he can't turn off, but oh my god. Imagine All Might walking... Well, All Might doesn't need anything, but Endeavor walking around with Aizawa on his back? I'm curious when Midoriya starts going at it again. Does he have another Vestiges episode where he starts like spasming mid-fight and stuff, or what? What the hell is this? Number 6, okay. What are the shields made of? You gotta give me more detail than that. What are they made out of? Adamantium? Is that vibranium? What is that? Are we taking it that he's come up with a way to put quirks inside Nomus without literally taking it from the user? Because haven't we seen him do that, but it turns them into like just straight mush? Like Twice wouldn't be able to use his, right? But this is split. Unless there's a quirk in the middle of those two that's allowing that to happen. I think. I haven't touched up on my hero in a while. So he makes sure these aren't like ex-heroes. Because I think he said something along the lines of like they retain their original personalities. Ah, they can't escape. He's got to try to get out of there. Oh, they got to turn his progression off. They got to redo it somewhere else. He's got to get him out of there. So he specifically takes ex-villains, so that way when they retain their original personalities, they still want to fuck shit up, is what I'm getting at there. Because if he picked heroes, they might have a little bit of the personality that still wants to do good. So these are the best of the best Nomus alive right now, currently. Quirk Rabbit. She can do rabbit-like things even better than her. Alright, so she's just like, I forget Frog Girl's name. Sue. So she doesn't get any increased healing or anything like that. She's just going to be quick and really strong in the legs, I would assume. But what makes it really tough for her, and what makes it tough for a lot of melee heroes, is like she has to get in contact with them. It makes it rough. She's not a Todoroki or something that can spam AoE from deep. Oh! Yo, 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 yo! What was that? Her arm's gone. Yeah, if you can close the gap on him. What did he just do there? Like, he just had to touch her once to... Oh my god. I mean, that arm is done. I mean, she's going. Literally 1v4. That quirk was deadly as hell, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even see if he actually... Did he ever actually make physical contact with her, or was he just contorting her from a distance? Because if you don't even have to touch anybody to do that, that shit is deadly. Endeavor needs to get his ass down there immediately. Good God. I mean, this seems to be going extremely well. They seem to really be caught off guard and shit. I want to see like 100 v 100, just Royal Rumble Super Smash battle right now. Like, people just quirks, throwing out quirks like Avengers Infinity War style, like we're just endgame, I'm using my abilities against abilities, tag teams, triple teams. This man seems to be taking charge. Hey, yo! That's gotta be the episode. Kaminari! This is what Kaminari should be. Kaminari! Get up there! Get up there! Tell me he gets a moment. I'd love to see him walk up there and just shut that shit down. Like, he could be so, like, the way that guy's talking, Kaminari could be that. He could be that busted. Doesn't matter the amount of numbers you have or what you can do. You might have specific quirks that makes you like concrete or something, or wood that electricity won't like conduct. But for the most part, 90% of the time, he's probably busting ass and clearing out. Tell me he just walks up there and eats that. That's all I need. Okay, let's not talk about it until we actually see it through. And I want him to take that and just... Hey, If he never gets a moment in the entire rest of the story, we take that. Let's double check because sometimes they do after credits. Let's mute this so we can actually scroll through it. Sometimes we do after credits. I don't know when that's gonna start. Oh, preview. We don't do that. All right, good. So, hey, again, that's 2 out of 2 episodes for me. They've been good. The last 2 seasons, My Hero has let me down. They have failed me. You guys know I've talked about it in length. So this season was going to be make or break for me. They either pull me back in or it's completely just lost. Like I maybe would have watched it by myself or something like that, but to sit down and react to it. So far though, 2 out of 2 episodes have been good. The Doctor giving us some tier rankings on the different type of Nomus and their level of consciousness, I guess you could say. And I'm pretty sure he said his high ends, I don't know if they've evolved to get consciousness or something he does gives them that consciousness. Regardless, when he does the high ends, it seems he chooses villains because in his testing, it seems that they revert a little bit of their original personality. If he chooses heroes and they get a little bit of their personality, it kind of would be like what Orochimaru struggled with when he was trying to perfect the reanimation jutsu. Their personalities will come back out and like rebel against it. Same thought process here. If he uses heroes and their personalities come out, they might reject doing anything negative to the point that they'll turn on you. So it seems to be the reason why he's choosing villains, so they'll still kind of have that like determination. Mirko is her name. That quirk there, I actually would like to go back and see that. I don't know if somebody made contact. Did that guy touch her? Because whatever happened to her arm was just not... So this is what happened here in this exchange. She gets touched somewhere. I don't think he actually touched her, though, which is broken as hell. To be able to do that type of damage from distance, and it doesn't even look like it has to be... I don't know if she actually got touched. So if we're saying it doesn't even have to be a skill shot, it's not like Todoroki where or Kaminari where I've got to hit you with my electricity, I've got to hit you with my ice, I got to hit you with my fire. I can just look at you and destroy. I mean, it's almost better than Shigaraki. I mean, maybe not as destructive as Shigaraki's. So that little nick right there, I don't know what that was about. I'm trying to see if she gets touched. No, I mean, she got sliced. Oh, God. But it didn't look like it came from... Whatever he did doesn't look like it came from that cut. That's pretty broken. At least Shigaraki and others have to actually touch you to type of do that stuff. If I could just see you, lock on you, and... Oof. That's pretty damn serious. So she's in there currently. I'm pretty sure All Might and Endeavor have gone up against stronger Nomus. But I think currently, right now, for what the Doctor has in his pocket, she's going 1v4 against the 4 strongest Nomus on the chessboard right now. She took out one, but it cost her an arm, and that arm might be permanently damaged unless she can get old Nurse Girl, or there's got to be some kind of quirks out there that we... I feel like... Well, that's not true. I was going to say, I feel like the villains have all the good, like, regenerative quirks on them to keep them young and heal them back up. Like, what the hell do we have on our side? But old Nurse Girl, if it wasn't for her, Deku would have been retired after season 1. I don't know if that arm can be repaired. The way they were animating it there, I thought they went really dark and just removed it. It seems to be still there, seems to be good to go. So she's going to go 1v3 with one arm. And what makes it rough for her is, again, she's straight melee. So for her to do damage, she's got to get up close and personal and make contact. It's not bad if you're able to regen and things like that, but no, she's taking that damage. Hopefully others are able to get in there. Endeavor is on location, so hopefully he can get down there. And again, everything seems to be going like really, really well. I don't see how this goes sideways unless the villains have something in their back pocket that's going to really turn the tide here, because Shigaraki is currently in incubation and surrounded. I think Endeavor might be able to deal with that, especially with Aizawa there as well, in Shigaraki's current state. So maybe they do. I think the only way that that goes well for them is like they have to escape somehow. I don't think with the Nomus on hand and Shigaraki for what the heroes have there that they're going to be able to deal with that right now. So that's going on, and then they've busted up in there, and we're about to get a Royal Rumble Avengers Endgame type style heroes versus villains throwing hands. Hey, I'll give it to them. It's been good so far, so we'll relax and see how it's going. But hats off to my hero, season 6. That's 2 out of 2. Um, like I said before, I'm always going to be a week behind, so you guys will see this on Saturday. I think the day you're seeing this, episode 3 came out. It just makes it, that's just how it fell with everything I'm trying to stay on top of. We went on like a berserk upload spree there for like 4 or 5 days in a row. Um, so I'm just always going to be a week behind when it comes to the episodes, but just leave it there. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe as always.